Hello and welcome back to Focus Atlanta. Thanks so much for continuing to watch. In this segment, we're going to talk a little bit about AIDS Healthcare Foundation. I'm here with Amara Kennedy.
Good morning, Keisha. How are you?
I'm fantastic. Thanks so much for coming on the show.
No, thank you for always just being a vehicle for us to, get out this important information for your viewers. And it's very interesting because we are still in a season where we're having to keep people informed that HIV is still a thing in our community, particularly here in Georgia and particularly here in metropolitan Atlanta. We at AIDS Healthcare Foundation recently, on June 27th, joined AIDS service organizations from across the country to elevate the important message of getting tested and knowing your status. But there's still more work to be done. So we appreciate this opportunity as we move just past the 4th of July holiday and move into the summer season and people are traveling, to say, also take a moment to know your status and get tested. Georgia ranks in the top 5 consistently nationally in terms of new HIV diagnoses, across the country. And metropolitan Atlanta ranks number 1 consistently across the state. So it says, we have some work to do. And, the great news is that everybody is impacted by HIV and AIDS, and everybody can be a part of shifting the narrative.
Oh, I love that. And, I think that that's the issue. I think that people think, oh, it's an important issue, but it's not my issue. But it's all of our issue. Everybody should be tested. Everybody should know their status. And we can all step up to the plate in some way or another. There at the AIDS Healthcare Foundation, you all consistently find ways to keep us involved and to keep us, recognizing that it's a fight for all of us.
Yeah, it is a fight for all of us. And, I love our team says you are, either HIV positive or you are HIV possible. And I really love that because it shows that we're all connected to the work and the fight against HIV. And the great news is that now HIV is just a critical illness. So it's like any critical illness, but with anything that we may be dealing with in our bodies, the first step is to get tested and know our status. And, as you talk about everybody playing a role, particularly here in the South, in the deep South, where we know, particularly in communities of color, the faith community and faith institutions have been an powerful voice in terms of impactful change. And so we really have been doing a lot, particularly through the HVTN Faith Ambassadors Network, to work with faith leaders all across this country to talk about the critical role, particularly in the Black community, that they continue to play in terms of addressing the epidemic. I mean, because what we know is that everyone who is impacted by HIV, which we've said that's everybody, in some way or shape or form is connected to some type of faith institution in most cases. And so there is a special role, again, particularly amongst Black faith leaders. And I say that because what we know statistically is that HIV and AIDS disproportionately impacts communities of color, meaning Black and brown folks. And so it's a wonderful opportunity for faith leaders to do what they do so beautifully each and every day, is to create that safe space for all of us to come and to know that we can talk about if we are living with HIV so that we can thrive while living with HIV.
Absolutely.
It is so important to be a vehicle for testing and just being that safe haven to collectively, so if someone does test positive for HIV, that they know that they can go to the bedrock of their spiritual foundation and still get the nurturing and love and support. And, there's so many tremendous faith leaders out there that are already doing this work. And we're seeing a change and a shift in terms of the lives of those individuals living with HIV, as well as how we more deeply connect in community to address and battle and fight this epidemic.
And to get into the fight, to get into the battle, a great place to start is there with AHF. You guys, again, are consistently on the battlefield, consistently pushing organizations and pushing the information that we need as a community. Is there a place online where we can connect and kind of see what's going on and see how we can be a part of, again, making sure that everyone knows their status?
Absolutely. Well, there's 2 sites for a general information about HF and what's going on all across not only this country, but the globe. You can simply go to ahf.org. But also, if you are interested in, learning more specifically about HIV, how you can have one of our mobile testing units come out to your community, whether it's a street festival, whether it's your church, whether it's, the neighborhood shopping plaza, all you have to do is go to freehivtest.net, put in your zip code. It will give you information about, registering to use our free mobile unit, which is completely free to the community, as well as it will tell you where you can find accessible, free, confidential, rapid HIV testing near your location. That's whether you're in your home location, or if you're on vacation, or if you need to get that information to friends and family. And that is across the country. It's freehivtest.net. And of course, to find out more about all of the innovative approaches that AHF is taking to combat this critical illness in our community, it's simply ahf.org. And, we invite everybody to come to the table. There is a place for everybody to bring their resources, bring their energy to knock out HIV in our community.
You're so right, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you again for continuing to, be in this fight, and thanks for coming on the show. It's good to see you.
Thank you, as always. Great to see you, and thank you for just, being a vehicle for just getting out information, and great information and needed information to the community. We appreciate you.
Absolutely. All right, guys, he has given you all the information that you need. Please take the opportunity to go to the website, learn more, and see how you can step up to the plate. And stay tuned to more Focus Atlanta. We'll be right back.